stunning view of Capitol Hill from high above. We're here in the seat of the U.S. government, Washington, D.C. The week is starting off right. Monday night, and 2K Sports presents the NBA. Kevin Harlan here along with analysts Greg Anthony and Steve Smith. And we'll be hearing from D.A. along the sideline all game long. The last time these... And as things get ready to roll, let's catch up with David Aldridge, who's on the sideline. David? Great stuff, D.A. Thanks. And tonight, Steve, two top-tier teams going head-to-head. A lot of excitement around this one.
You want to see the best in the business go at it. Then you get a chance to measure yourself if you're one of those teams. I think other guys watching it on other teams, you get a chance to see great basketball.
And think of the viewership for this game, too, on 2K. They're going to love watching this one.
Huge!
What was that again?
Huge!
And a look at the starters for the Cavaliers. Kyle Korver is out there with Irving. Then there's Channing Frye. And it's LeBron James. And it's Thompson in at the 5, down low. And Frye slams it in.
A beautiful pass to lead his teammate right to the hoop.
And for the Cleveland Cavaliers, they come in off a good outing against the New York Knicks.
Yeah, and in that game, we saw a lot of sloppy play from the opposing offense. They coughed the ball up, a lot of unforced turnovers.
They sure got some breaks, but hey, they did a really awesome job turning those mistakes into gold at the other end.
Korver, good.
The vision of LeBron always finding open teammates.
And Washington has possession. It's a three-point game. Defeated by the Pelicans in their last game, they'll try to put that one behind them.
And in that game, guys, their three-point shooting really was their own worst enemy. Even when they got the open looks, they just had an inability to knock them down.
They got a number of clean shots, but yes, it just wasn't their day, and they were ice cold from outside.
First quarter of play, 1 minute played. Here's Thompson. And good. That's a friendly bounce off the right side of the rim. Thompson's got his first 2 points.
Converting against good defense, the length and desire of Thompson making the difference.
And Wall gets to Gobert. And slam dunk by Gobert.
He delivered that pass right on the spot to his teammate who was on the move.
The Cavaliers have gotten their first 3 shots to go in for him to start off this game. Outside Korver. James sets the screen for Korver. Releases. LeBron shot is off.
See, that's a good look from within his range. You know he's kicking himself for missing it.
Here's Gobert, and it's good. Through contact, hits the shot. He'll go to the free throw line.
And Gobert, even when he gets hit, maintains his focus on the bucket and gets it to go.
And this is his first trip to the line tonight. A free throw drops for Gobert. And here is Irving. Last game, an incredible scoring display for him. Frye with the ball. Working on Ibaka. And there's the foul on the shot. He'll go to the line for 2. And Cavs coach Tyronn Lue, very detail-minded, but more than anything, Steve, he's tried to change the spirits around this Cavaliers team.
He wants the players to enjoy it, to savor the moment. He's not afraid to get on his players, but he knows that if they're having fun and getting after it, the talent on this team will do the rest.
Good on both.
One thing about Thompson, he's made improvements to his body and his game each and every year.
And Wall kicks to Gobert. Got a piece of it, and stolen by Frye. Now, here is Irving. He's a solid producer, averaging nearly 22 points a game. And off the front iron, and in it goes. Irving's got his first bucket of the night.
Now hitting 80% coming out of the gate. Love the start for this offense.
All with it, picked up by Thompson. And here's Barnes for 3. Not going to go that time. Cavaliers go the other way with it. On its way from Irving for 2. Wall with some nice defense.
You almost have to assume he's going to knock those down when he is that open.
Hits the 3-point bomb. Wall's got 5 points so far.
I tell you what, guys, it's going to be a tough day on this defense if he's got the A game rolling tonight.
He certainly has it early on. He came out with some energy tonight.
Irving, a screen on Barnes. And the whistle blows. It's going to be on John Wall. That's foul number 2 for him.
Well, he certainly came out swinging. Only the first period, he's already picked up 2 fouls. Might need to ease up a bit now.
Joseph, he's checked in for John Wall. And it's good, 2 points.
The offender right in LeBron's face. Couldn't matter less to the King.
For Washington, they've gone 5 of 8 from the field, shooting over 62%. Gobert, the screen. And Joseph kicks to Gobert. And slam dunk by Gobert. Guys back and forth this first half.
And this could continue to go back and forth the entire way.
Tipped away. And that'll be Cleveland as it goes out of bounds. Cavaliers retain possession. And we're just over 3.5 minutes into the first quarter.
And the defensive chops of Gobert just knows how to hold down the fort for his team.
Barnes kicks to Ibaka. Not 3 off the mark. The Cavaliers trailing. Outside Irving. Kicks it to James. Got a piece of it. It's stolen by Gobert. It's stolen by Korver. Outside Irving. To the middle. Here's Thompson. Yes, and it's Irving picking up the assist. 6 points for Tristan Thompson.
And credit Kyrie, tremendous vision. Finds the open man.
Ibaka right side. The dish to Meeks. He's now 1 for 2 at that fight. Guys, what a tight start to the game this has been.
And it's still in the first half. This could be a wild one.
Timeout is called. First of the game for the Cavaliers. When you talk about ball movement, player movement offensively without moving the ball, one of those underrated qualities, Smitty, which players do you think are the best in the league at cutting off the ball and moving that way?
You know, Jimmy Butler's very good. Klay Thompson is a guy that can move well without the basketball. Gary Harris from Michigan State, guys that can score without having it in their hands, which is a treat. You have J.J. Redick, who moves well without the basketball. Doesn't cut as much, but move without the basketball is one of the best.
You know, I always think of Jordan, and you played against Michael, of course. I always saw him as a guy that would pass when he did, but then he would cut him. He would immediately bang right off that player and set up someplace else. Some guys pass, they linger.
Yes.
And they're not, but Jordan, and he would explode after he would pass and try to take advantage of that movement.
You know, guy comes to mind, Kevin, Manu Ginobili. He's like he's passing and running in the same motion.
And that's what a quality.
Yes.
Huh? So deceptive. Inside, the kick out to Irving. Got a piece of it. And here we go, the Wizards fast break. Morris with the ball. Here's Gobert, and slam dunk by Gobert.
Gobert is a high percentage shooter from the interior, especially when he's dropping the hammer.
On the wing, Shumpert. To the paint. Here's Meeks. Taking a look at the scoring numbers. Right now he averages about 9 points a game. Passes it to Morris. Barnes outside. Back to Morris. And he uses the glass on the lane.
He got the ball where he wanted and attacked the smaller defender. Completely overpowered him.
Now, here is Irving. He's covered by Joseph. Inside. Meeks with it. Feeds to Joseph. Another shot. Doesn't go that time. Some solid defense there from Irving. Johnson against Morris. And the foul called on Markieff Morris. That's his first foul. Williams, he's checked in for James. Johnson the screen. Irving for 3. No good. He's off to a slow start. 1 for 4 so far. Morris right side. Fade away. Thompson with the rebound. Thompson's got 4 rebounds in this game. Johnson kicks to Shumpert to stop the drought. Oh, and that one had the right spin on it, and it is good. Shumpert's got his first points in this one. Joseph the pass to Morris. The baseline jumper goes down. And the Wizards lead by 5.
The offense was firing on all cylinders, and that's the exact kind of shot they wanted.
Back to Irving. A 3-ball. Washington with the rebound.
Tough to cut into the lead when you can't make shots. He's been off all period.
And Jody Meeks gets the whistle that time. That is his first foul of the game.
Oh, great defense. They anticipated the play and got there first.
Gortat's checked in for the Wizards. Trey Burke comes in for Meeks. Now, here is Irving. Burke covering. Johnson dishes to Irving.
Kyrie Irving, former #1 overall draft pick, Rookie of the Year, multiple All-Star games, gold medalist. He has his own signature shoe, and yet I think he still has room to even get better.
And the Cavaliers making a change here. Jefferson's checked in. And that one goes in. 2 from the line that time. And Kyrie Irving says he'd like to take on more of a leadership role that can be tricky sometimes when you're a guy playing with a superstar like LeBron James.
Yes, because he's obviously one of those leaders that he's been in place as a leader, one of the best players. But I think Kyrie Irving is trying to learn from LeBron and take more of a leadership role. You can do that. You can have 2 leaders on a team.
Yeah, they got that one, but early on, it's really been a struggle for them to secure that defensive backboard. It's like everybody is in a rhythm right now. Incredible stuff here early on.
The fans have to love this. Not so much for coaching staffs who are dying to see a little bit of defense to start.
Yeah, I need to see some more assertiveness out of these defenders.
Outside jumper. On the wing, Irving. And the foul called on Markieff Morris. So that will be his second foul of the game. We're in the bonus, and we'll go to the line to shoot 2. The Cavaliers shooting their 5th and 6th free throws of the game. And Kyrie Irving, one of the most talented scorers, certainly, Smitty, in the NBA, but he feels the pressure, I think, to try to tighten the screws in his game defensively.
You don't get many nights off defensively at the point guard position in today's NBA. That position.
That's how you attack.
Wow. Agree.
And really, he epitomizes what a point guard should be. I mean, his skills as a passer might actually be matched by that creativity he shows around the rim.
Well, judging by that jam, Greg, I'd say you're absolutely right.
He also is one of the most skilled finishers in the league. Yet another spectacular play.
Now Joseph with 1 on the clock, and the Wizards getting another bucket right there. Offense, the order of the day as the first quarter comes to a close. It's the Wizards. They're up by 5. And don't go away. We'll be back with the action for the start of the second quarter in just a moment. And we got a chance to hear from LeBron James about the hard work and preparation he brings into every game.
Go back and I'm able to, read the scouting report, and also when I get to the arena, I also watch more film on each and every guy that's going.
I think you'd have to say the preparation really shows on the court in his play, and rarely does he look surprised out there, caught off guard.
And Kevin, that's really just the mark of a total pro. And I don't think oftentimes the fans appreciate how much goes in terms of preparation. Some guys get it, and some guys don't. But he's a perfect example of what proper preparation means in terms of preventing a poor performance.
Now the second quarter getting ready to start up. And before we move on, what do you guys think about what we've seen so far from the Wizards?
Just the start they're looking for in this game. Solid offensively through the first.
That quarter was all about ball movement and shooting. Lights out opening action.
So on the floor for Cleveland, Irving is out there with Iman Shumpert. Then there's Channing Frye. Then it's Williams. And it's Jefferson in at the small forward. And he was fouled on the way up. 2 free throws now for him. And a look now at the 4 areas where shots can come from. The paint, mid-range, and shots from deep, all broken down for Cleveland.
And this is the #1 ranked team in the conference, and for good reason. And you can see the way they utilize a variety of areas of the floor for their scoring, and it's a well-designed recipe that they rely on. For all the other defenses out there, make note of this shot chart.
The first one falls. With the All-Star break comes the trade deadline. And Smitty, I know some players have been hearing their name in the rumor mill for a long time. How does that, do you think, affect them on the court?
You know, it affects a lot of guys in different ways. It's a part of the business, but Kevin, think about this. You have your family. Your kids are in school and you're traded. Now the decision is, do you let them stay in that city? Do you bring them along, take them out of school? They have their friends. That's the part of the business. Yeah, that's a little ugly.
Tough, isn't it?
It's tough.
Yeah.
If you're trying to figure out why these guys can't catch up, this inconsistent shooting is a good place to start.
And keeping us updated from the sideline, let's swing it over to David Aldridge.
Well, Kyrie Irving is an elite offensive player at his position, but he's trying to improve his focus at the defensive end. He said, I was always that guy getting called out on film. You get tired of it after a while. It's all about effort. You want to be a guy that your teammates trust. Kevin, we know that point guard is one of the most stocked positions in the league. They need Irving to stay locked in.
Definitely a lot of responsibility at that point guard position. They don't get many nights off. Absolutely not. Thanks, D.A. Wall, good.
Just reliable, guys. He's just always trying to make the right play.
Guys are looking for a spark here.
Yeah, a cold stretch offensively, for sure.
Ball with the steal. Dishes to Noel. Back to Wall. Tries again. And the rejection by James.
You got to keep an eye out for LeBron. He may be lurking. What a block that one was.
Jefferson kicks to LeBron. To the inside. Gortat with the steal. And here we go. Burke heading to the hoop. Nobody near Barnes. That one falls coming off Burke's feet. That's 7 points for Harrison Barnes. And the Cavaliers call time here.
Timeout. Start it.
Cavaliers.
The wheels have come off a little bit leading up to this timeout. He has taken some low percentage shots, and it's killing the flow of their offense. More motion, more ball movement, that should lead to better looks for him and for their entire team.
Here's what Washington's going with right now. Markieff Morris is checked in for Gortat. Baca comes in for Noel. And it's Jody Meeks in for Trey Burke. We're just over 2.5 minutes into the second quarter. Nobody near Irving. Cans the shot with nobody near him. Irving's got 4 points in the quarter.
The thing about Kyrie, he has great natural balance when setting up for the jumper.
Ball passes to Ibaka. Morris with a screen on Williams. Shot's good by Ibaka. Ibaka's got the lead up to 12 now for the Wizards.
A lot of space right there to get that shot off.
On the defensive end, you have to fight through screen. That is a commitment.
And on the way from Irving for 3. Again, Irving missing.
No doubt he's struggling right now from the field. Let's see if he can get it going this quarter.
Ibaka sets the pick for Wall. Jumper off the screen. Rebounded by Korver.
Not a good pick there. If I'm shooting the ball and I'm looking at him, I'm asking, where is the effort? You've got to do a better job of screening.
He had all the room he needed to get the shot off. Just couldn't find the bottom of the net.
Wall dishes to Morris. Back to Wall for 3. Wall missing again.
I am wondering what can he do to get it cranked up. Nothing from long range this quarter after hitting 1 in the first.
And the Cavs back in 2014, bringing in LeBron and bringing in Kevin Love, arguably the best single-season upgrade at the position at that forward spot in NBA history.
It changed everything, but it hasn't all been smooth sailing. There's only one basketball. They're still developing their rapport on the floor, but I think their skills do complement each other.
The kick out to Williams. Again, the miss by Williams. Wizards leading by 10. Here's Wall. And again, Washington no good. Cleveland's got nothing but zeros from long range in the second quarter. 0 of 4. Shots good by Williams.
And they've done well at taking advantage of some late defensive rotations and getting the ball in the paint.
To the inside. It's deflected. That's basket number 2 with his third shot off to a fast 2 for 3.
And offensively, Ibaka's been spending more time out on the perimeter, but watching him work inside there, you realize that may still be his bread and butter. And no doubt they'd love to see him get a lot more of those opportunities.
And that deficit will go away quickly if he does, Greg. Wall's shot is good.
And he could be the guy to put this game out of reach.
Exactly what he's trying to do. Take an opponent that's struggling to keep pace and just put them further in the rearview mirror.
Irving for 3. Hits the three-point bomb. Irving's got 13.
Absolutely fearless Kyrie. You have to do more than just get a hand in his face.
And Meeks kicks to Morris. Screen by Ibaka. Ball passes to Morris. Barnes outside. Eyes a 3. Up and in for the basket. Number 4. That makes him 4 for 5 now.
And they've done a great job knocking down those long-range shots here in the second, shooting just over 40% from downtown.
Timeout called the Cavaliers. As the teams head into this timeout, a chance for the coaches now to map out some plays for the next few minutes and a chance for the players to rehydrate with some Gatorade. That's important if they want to make sure they don't wear down later in the game.
Absolutely. Over the course of a game, you have to stay hydrated.
Here's what Washington's going with right now. Rudy Gobert, he's checked in for Ibaka. And it's Joseph in for Harrison Barnes. On the wing, Korver. He's covered by Joseph. Here's Shumpert. That's his second shot and his second basket. He's 2 for 2.
And defensively, they're on their heels every time the ball comes inside.
Gobert, the screen. Wall. It falls through, making him 6 for 11 in the game.
And started hot, and he's only gotten harder.
The Cavaliers trail by 10, and the whistle blows. It's going to be on John Wall. And that'll be his 3rd foul so far. Well, the league last summer decided to implement new rules, Steve, to discourage the hack-a-shack intentional fouling. What'd you think?
You know what I like, Kevin, to see if we can get to a number during all quarters. If you get to a number, say, 15 team fouls. After that, no matter who it is, it's 2 shots and the ball. I think that will limit the hack-a-shack rule.
Possession would be a big factor.
Would be huge,
yes. Johnson the screen. Ball against Irving. Johnson up top. Korver dishes to Shumpert. And he finishes nicely on the layup. Shumpert's got his 3rd basket of the night.
And of the last 6 baskets, 5 have come on the interior. This is just smash mouth physical basketball.
He got right where he wanted to be, and at that point, no one was going to stop him from throwing it down.
And Kyle Korver, 2015, winning the Sportsmanship Award, and more important, his first All-Star appearance at the age of 33.
Yeah, pretty rare to see that, but credit his dedication. He continues to work on his game, work on his body, and he gets better and better. Not content to be a shooting specialist, he wants to have a complete game.
Pass to Wall. Here's Meeks. So the whistle blows on the shot and 2 free throws for the contact right there.
Yeah, how about the body control on that one? Narrowly misses getting the deuce.
It's his first trip to the line. And he knocks down the first one. A lot of great shooters in the league with that high rainbow arc. The studies show it helps. You get more of the rim to shoot at than coming in from an angle. Steve, you were learning to shoot, of course, at one time in your career. Was getting a high arc on your shot something you were taught?
Yeah, it is. And sometimes, though, Kevin, some guys have too much of a high arc, and I think it hurts them. I think you got to get the right balance. You got to stay in the gym, watch video, and get a chance to just get a good rhythm. Because on some shots closer in, you don't want to shoot it that high. You just got to get a measurement on where you're at on the floor at all times.
Interesting, too. There are very few guys whose jump shot all look alike. They're all different in some ways. Do you think?
It is. I think guys do get in trouble if you don't have enough arc. But I think some guys have higher, some guys have it right in the middle. It depends on the shot and where you're taking it from.
And the quickness of the release.
Yes.
I mean, there's so much built into this. Back to Korver. His shot is good, making him a perfect 2 for 2 from the floor.
The defense was not even close on that assignment. That was too easy.
Gobert with a screen on Korver. And Wall kicks to Joseph. Down low. It's tipped. Stolen by Thompson. Shot and game clock separated by 5. And there's another one for the Cavaliers.
Refining his skill set inside, you see the work Thompson's putting into his game.
From outside the arc, the offensive rebound. Here's Gobert, and they're going to count the bucket and send him to the line. It could be a three-point play. He made the only free throw attempt he had earlier in the game.
Way to go, baby!
And here is Johnson. Taking a look at the scoring numbers, right now he averages about 9 points a game. From deep three-point range, and through one half, it hasn't even been close. Wizards lead by 16. And a chance now to send it over to David. More of the same as we get the third quarter started. An exceptional performance from John Wall.
And he just went off in those first 2 quarters, guys. He's capable of doing that on a consistent basis as well. So we might see some changes from a defensive standpoint as they try to disrupt his rhythm in the second half.
Yeah, the change has to be double teaming him. Single coverage will not get it done.
We've got Jody Meeks. Pocket is out there with Harrison Barnes. Then there's Burke, and it's Gobert in at the pivot spot, manning the middle. That's the rope for Scott Brooks getting going here in the second half. Irving from long range. Gets it to go from beyond the arc. Irving's got 5 points now in the quarter.
Such a compact release. That's why Kyrie is so efficient from range.
And there's the call on Kyrie Irving. That's his first foul.
And really, these are some of the toughest calls an official has to make.
Wizards making a switch here. Wall's checked in. They set the screen. And the Wizards getting another bucket right there.
He's got some serious momentum going right now. He's been great all day. Even last game, he was so on fire.
You know what? He doesn't get worn down coming off a big game. It just builds him up even more.
And Kevin, that's a little taste of what can happen when the big guy takes it up strong.
Well, I guess he does have it in him then to get up off the ground when he needs to and rock it to the rim.
You know, when he's in his comfort zone and he's got space, those are the results.
And he was fouled in the act of shooting. Chance here now for a three-point play. That sends Rudy Gobert to the free throw line. It's going to be on Kyrie Irving. The Wizards have been excellent at the free throw line here today, a flawless 6 for 6.
And taking a look at the numbers on the season, they've converted about 77% of those foul shots.
LeBron against Barnes. Now, here is Irving. He's guarded closely. Just 5 on the clock. Fires the 3. The rebound by Ibaka. Ibaka's got his 3rd rebound on the night.
Even though that one didn't go down, I like the offensive game plan here. 3 for 4 coming out of the break.
Nice shot by Gobert.
For his career, Gobert has averaged better than 50% from the field. An efficient scorer in the post.
And the Cavaliers call time here. And Smitty, you were just starting in the league when NBA basketball games were becoming what they are today in the 90s. The popularity of the game has just increased so substantially. Was it strange to see yourself being portrayed in video games as we see now, and how did you react to it?
You know, very humbling, Kevin, to get a chance to see yourself, your name being called in the video game. But what I did like, Kevin, I was so skinny. The video game had me looking buff with muscles and everything. So I like that.
You look pretty good right now.
Yeah, that's because you're my friend.
And stolen by Kyrie Irving. In transition, here come the Cavaliers. Finished off the break. Irving's got 20.
That's their third straight make off an assist.
Wizards leading by 14. Ibaka with the screen on Irving. Wall with it. Now defended by Korver. And Wall kicks to Meeks. And good. Coming off the assist by Wall. Wall's got 3 assists tonight.
Wow, 5 straight buckets coming out of half. They are rolling.
The screen from Thompson. Outside Korver. The feed to Fry. On the wing, Thompson. 4 on the shot clock. Right through the D for the layup. Thompson's got 10 points.
The powerful body of Thompson, easily able to absorb contact and finish.
Wall up top. He's covered by Irving. And Wall kicks to Gobert. It's Meeks outside. And again, Washington with the triple.
And what a fantastic start here to the second half. They have yet to miss.
There's the screen. James outside. Shoots off the screen. That one off the back iron and out.
Yeah, and they've shown effort and aggression in the paint, really right from the tip. Their rebounding edge right now, massive.
Here's Meeks. Another one falls for Washington.
Guys, his consistency in terms of shooting has really helped them seize control.
LeBron against Barnes. James with the bucket. LeBron's got 4 points this quarter.
Obviously, this is where James is so difficult to defend. Can beat you with a variety of moves inside, just like that one.
Screen by Ibaka. Wall passes to Barnes. Now, here's Meeks, guarded by Korver. Now the pass to Gobert. The Wizards need to get a shot off here. Good work there as it goes. And it's 6 points for Serge Ibaka.
The way he threw that pass with such ease on the run, that was a thing of beauty.
Irving dishes to Fry. Back to Irving. Rebound by the Wizards. Gobert's got his 6th rebound on the night. And the officials whistle a foul on the shot. The bucket's good. He'll go to the line. And a new group getting ready for the Wizards. Gortat's checked in for Harrison Barnes. Nerlens Noel comes in for Serge Ibaka. Corey Joseph's checked in for Meeks. And it's Burke in for John Wall. A big group substitution here for Cleveland. Joe Johnson, he's checked in for Fry. Williams comes in for LeBron. Iman Shumpert is checked in for Kyle Korver. And Jefferson subbed in for Irving. Gobert and slam dunk by Gobert.
Love how Gobert scores in all kinds of ways, using his athleticism to his advantage.
Pass to Jefferson. Fires from deep. Washington with the rebound. Gobert's got 8 rebounds in this game. It's Gortat with the drive. Good on the shot.
And the lead continues to increase. They are just playing flawless basketball at both ends.
They look like they're having some fun out there today, but it's always easy to enjoy it when you have a big lead.
Here's Shumpert. Drains it from beyond the arc. Shumpert's got 9.
And the team wants Shumpert to be a 3-and-D guy. Just has to be more consistent out there.
There's a screen by Gortat from the wing. And the shot is good, dropping in off the front of the rim. Burke's got his 2nd basket of the night.
And we're seeing the shots start to fall for them now.
Better body movement, better ball movement, and taking some smart shots.
Johnson the screen. Williams attacking. He can't get it to go. Gobert with the defensive effort. Burke kicks to Noel, and it's out of bounds. Last touch by Jefferson. And a look here at the passing numbers over the last several months for Joseph.
One aspect of his game that's suffered the past few months has been his passing. He hasn't shown that same creativity with the basketball that we'd seen from him earlier in the season, and his assists are way down because of it.
Here's Joseph taking a look at the scoring numbers. Right now he averages about 9 points a game. Williams comes with a double team, and Noel kicks to Gobert. And now the Cavaliers. Fast break. Johnson's shot is off. It's tipped. Shumpert with the steal. Launches it. The shot, no good. And the Wizards now going the other way. So it's off to Brooklyn after this game as they have the Nets to look forward to. That will be a getaway game for them, a one-game road trip. Here's Gortat. Here's Gobert. They shoot again. Nice ball movement by Washington. Joseph, that's good.
And we're seeing some great ball movement out of this group, guys.
Outside Jefferson. He dishes it to Johnson. And another miss by Cleveland.
And close to making the defense pay for the lax coverage that time.
Burke kicks to Gortat. 11 feet away. Another one falls for Washington. 59 seconds left in the third. Outside Williams. Will it go? That's in there. Johnson with the assist. Williams has got his second bucket.
You know, huge height advantage there, but because of the great body control, he's able to cancel it out.
He also understands better than most how to use angles, and that was the reason why.
And Noel kicks to Gortat. And Thompson sends it back.
Great timing by Tristan Thompson on that block. That's his forte.
The dish to Jefferson. We've got 22 seconds left here in the third quarter. Thompson left side. Shot clock at 6. Johnson, the pass to Williams. Again, the miss by Williams. Now here's Gobert, the 10-footer. Missed. And at the end of the third quarter, a huge lead in this one may already have been decided. Wizards out front, running away with it. And do not go away, as we'll be back in just a few moments with the start of our fourth quarter coming up next.
Don't miss the action. Your favorite NBA superstars are here to compete in a showcase of the league's top talent. It's the NBA All-Star Game.
And we welcome you back as we get going here in the fourth quarter. The final quarter of play can change everything. Washington's gone downtown 13 times in this game, and they're just over 50%, 7 of 13 on threes. All right, now a chance to set the floor courtesy of Gatorade. Fourth quarter action, all fueled up and ready to go. On the court for Cleveland, we've got Jefferson. Sanders is out there with Jones. Then there's DeAndre Liggins. And it's Felder in at the point guard position.
And that's not nearly the kind of defense that's going to prevent a player of his ability from scoring.
And count it, the shot is good. He'll go to the free throw line.
Yeah, terrific play right there. Great strength to finish through the contact.
Steve, as a player, how often did you go into a situation knowing that you might get a technical foul called on you for saying something to a ref?
You know, a lot of times, Kevin, I went into a referee understanding the game and saying, hey, the momentum right now needs to slow down. Sometimes I get a tech because you have some outbursts. But sometimes I tell the referee, I need a tech right now. Just give me one. Without even really saying anything wrong.
And would they give it to you?
Yeah, sometimes. If not, then I'll just say a few choice words, and then you'll get one.
Good. Tell me that when we get off the air, okay? Thanks. And DeAndre Liggins picks up the foul. That is his first foul of the game.
Yeah, that's a tough call right there, and really a tough break for the D.
Oubre dishes to Mack. Here's Noel.
Well, his team is winning. I think he wants to help seal the deal, but maybe shooting the basketball right now may not be the best way to get it done.
Timely passing leads to assists, and that's been the recipe for success.
Here's Felder, and the rejection by Noel. Here's Oubre, and the officials whistle a foul on the shot. The bucket's good. He'll go to the line. Cavaliers have gone 1 of 3 from the field to start the fourth quarter. Here's Liggins, kicks it to Sanders. Back to Jones. Well, all over the league, we're seeing more and more teams rely on analytics and data for decision making. How do you think, Smitty, the data affects the way the modern NBA game is run by the front offices?
You know, I think it's too much at times, Kevin, and then sometimes I challenge it. I think when you're scouting a player coming out of college, I think it's great. But I think sometimes I've challenged. Some people say, well, Smitty, you never posted up on the left block.
Right.
That was Tim Duncan's block. I cannot have
That's
anything.
why you couldn't go on the left.
I'm not going to have the same numbers on certain blocks because the guys you play with kind of dictates where you score from on the floor.
And from an offensive standpoint, they have just been stellar.
No doubt. They've been the ones dictating the tempo.
Passes it to Liggins. Down low. Here's Felder, and the bucket counts, and he's on his way to the free throw line. Try to make it a three-point play.
How about battling through the impact there and then willing that basketball in?
And the Wizards with possession. They're on a 14-5 run. Here's Burke. And again, Washington with the triple.
He cannot be contained right now. The hoop keeps getting bigger and bigger for him with each made shot.
Screen by Sanders. Knocked loose. And here we go. The Wizards fast break. Out of bounds. Cleveland takes possession.
And you can see it. He knew he made a mistake the second the ball left his hands.
For those just joining us, fourth quarter here. We're just over 2.5 minutes into it. Well, Smitty, the replay system becoming more and more a factor for NBA officiating these days. What do you think of the way it's playing out?
You know, I like it, Kevin. The only part I have a problem with is how much time is taking. I think they can get to an answer quickly. I'd be okay with it.
So you think it's slowing down the game unnecessarily?
Yeah, I think so a little bit. On certain plays, it's obvious what the call is. I think they got to get right to it.
It's stolen by Mack. The three. And the foul called on Nerlens Noel. That is his first foul of the game. Cavaliers have gone 3 of 6 from the field so far in the fourth quarter. Screen by Jones. Knocks it loose. Lets the three fly. Good on the triple.
He was just way too open there. Of course he's going to make the defense pay for letting him shoot from there.
And Satoransky kicks to Oubre. And that one drops.
Again and again, they're dissecting the defense and creating those high percentage looks from inside.
And Sanders, here we go. And the dunk by Sanders.
Oh, why dunk you very much.
He can really fly, and you combine that, Greg, with some nice penetration too, and you've got 2 points. Here's Burke, and he gets it to go, hitting off the back of the rim. Burke's got 7 points here in this quarter.
Wow, risky shot there size-wise, but the incredible skill that he possesses allows that one to go.
Some players have a hard time when they're giving up so many inches, but he doesn't.
Here's Liggins. Shot clock at 6. Shot's good by Jefferson.
The D just sagged off just enough and no hesitation on his part.
Here's Sotoromski. He kicks it to Burke. Shoots. Again, the Wizards score.
And is it any wonder they're ahead in this game? His perfect night from the field has been the catalyst.
And here we go. Fast break. Burke's got it. And finished off by Oubre.
And it doesn't really matter who starts the break with how he runs the floor. He seems to always be the one who finishes.
He thrives in the open court. Such an aggressive finisher.
Liggins, no good.
Hey, they got the shot they wanted off of that pick, but it just doesn't fall.
Yes, you're absolutely right. Beautiful pick. The ugly shot.
And so it's Cleveland with it. Up next for them is the Pacers in Indianapolis. They're in the midst of a 4-game road trip right now. That'll be game number 3. And a foul on the shot. He'll go to the stripe for 2. It's going to be on Nerlens Noel.
2 shots, gentlemen.
Well, it's one of the most fascinating developments in professional sports over the last decade. Steve, how do you think social media has impacted how NBA players carry themselves?
You know, a lot of ways, Kevin. It has gotten a lot of players in trouble. I think also it's taken away a lot of freedom. Everywhere you go, there's cameras there. But I think also in some ways it's built a lot of these guys' brands because they have millions and millions of followers, and sometimes that can change into dollars.
Do you know what I envision after a game? Guys leaving the floor, going to the locker room, and the first thing they do is pick up their phone and look at social media to see what fans are saying about the game and more specifically about the way they were individually playing.
Hey, Kevin, you're totally right. And I think sometimes you got to just disconnect from what people are saying about you, whatever is good or bad.
And the rejection by Noel. And it's out of bounds to the Cavaliers as Cleveland retains possession. Richard Jefferson, he's checked in for Cleveland.
Richard Jefferson.
On defense, Washington. Felder's shot's good.
Terrific team chemistry on display. Everyone communicated well, and as a result, they got a great look out of it.
Now, here's Burke. He's guarded closely. And the ball travels out of bounds. It was last touched by Ibaka. Cleveland's gotten off 4 3-pointers in the final quarter, and 2 of them have fallen. And Tristan Thompson on the bucket with the assist by Shumpert. And 12 points for Tristan Thompson.
Good look by Shumpert. Right on the money.
Burke with it. Well, Steve, we've heard about the idea of locker room presence and guys that have had a good impact on the morale of a team. Just how valuable do you think that is for a team over the course of a season?
I think it's great. You hear the coaching staff talking over and over their voice, but just to have that veteran to say it in a different way. And he's on the bus with you. He's in a locker room. And it's kind of the same message, but it's from a guy who's played it, who's been around, and a lot of guys you respect, so you listen.
Did you like the role? Because I know you were respected at the various stages of your career by younger players you played with.
Yeah, I think it's your duty.
Right.
As a guy that's been around, you're coming to the end of your career, you got to pass on that knowledge to the younger generation. Here's
Noel. Thompson with the rebound. Cavaliers shooting has been great, up over 50%. In fact, 52%. Here's Williams, and 2 free throws coming up as he misses that one. Drawing the whistle and a lot of contact there. Serge Ibaka picks one up there. First free throw is good.
2 shots.
Good on both. A minute 42 left here in the fourth quarter. Now Joseph. Left side Ibaka. The 10-footer. And Shumpert pulls it down.
And so it's going to end up in the record books as a blowout, a dominating performance for the Wizards.
And this was one that never really was in doubt, I thought, an all-around dominant performance. And you kind of thought that maybe even going into the game.
Yeah, there was a sense of that, and man, they just pretty much blew them right out of the water. A clinic was put on display here today.
And on the year, this will turn out to be win number 34 for them.
And they've taken control of the season series. This brings them to 2-0 with one game left against this squad. And beyond the actual result of this game, fans are going to look back and see this was just a monstrous performance for Gobert. It was the kind of game for him that all scorers dream of, where the basket seemed as wide as a barrel.
Feeds it to Oubre, trying his luck deep. A three-pointer is right on target.
Just look at how quickly the lead has grown here over the last few possessions.
I mean, the game is in hand, but they're still running their offense, and they're just plain and simple, still making shots. Tried to lay it in against some tough defense. Probably not the best decision right there.
6-second difference between the shot and game clock. Joseph, the pass to Burke. He feeds it to Ibaka. Dishes it to Oubre. And Washington again with the bucket.
And that's just a little more for these fans to cheer about as they get ready to celebrate a W.
They're already celebrating. People are walking to the door, smiles. This one is over.
And so it's Washington easily grabbing this one. They poured it out tonight. Dominant showing in front of a crowd that love every minute of it.
And, you know, this game